Everybody, we're back with part 3. Dr. Professor Cheeseburger once more decided, you know what? Gotta have the burger beanie if I'm gonna do this. So, here we are. Now, let's blow up a reactor. So, last time we slid down that big old slide. Wasn't a real slide. But you know, Shinra's got a good future in the entertainment industry if they would make giant slides like that. Oh. So she's got darkness, so she can't see. Statuses are not that bad in this game. They can be, for sure, but they don't last between battles. So right now, her darkness, which is blind, basically lowers her accuracy. She can't. She doesn't have it anymore. It's done after the battle, and pretty much every status in Final Fantasy VII is like that. The only exceptions are Fury and Sadness, which just affect how quickly your limit break gauge fills. Well, I think it also. I think Fury acts kind of like Berserk, except that it doesn't force you into um, any sort of commands, so it doesn't force you to only attack. And I think Sadness just lowers your attack. It's like the opposite, kind of. Also, look at this one. This little bridge right here that Cloud's passed out on. Like, there's rails, right? There's safety rails on the sides there. I mean, we climbed down a ladder onto a pipe. Where's OSHA? That's right, Shinra bought out OSHA. There's no OSHA in this. And that's probably part of the reason that everybody hates Shinra. You see, they don't really explain things in this. So he just seems like he's passing out when instead it's kind of like also he just said forget. No, forget. Not forget it, but just forget. Also, if you go talk to Barret, he says like that he's your guys' chaperone. Got to keep an eye on you. Well, these things are fun. Just gotta remember which one, so Barret's not attacking one that's about to die anyway. Some machine gun turrets just pop up. You know, they just appear. But hey, 80 experience, not a hard fight, I'll take it. Trying really hard not to just grind a ton in this game. In this one, I've done some where I'm way higher level than this, and let me tell you, it it helps later in the game. Just makes some fights super easy. And here's what I mean about these safety standards. I mean, look, okay, we have a rail on one side of this pipe we're standing on, but look at down there, down at the bottom. You just kind of got to step off that ladder just right. It's even the point of all this. And look at this. You jump off a pipe, you jump over a gap onto some stairs, OSHA would have a field day with this. It's these kind of subpar standards that really just make Barret angry. Definitely not because he's trying to destroy the planet, or they are, but it's the subpar standards. I'm just saying, guys. You got giant smog monsters running around. Ridiculous. Got him. I used to think I really want a big old sword like that, but then I've also been like, man, wouldn't it be cool to have a gun for an arm? But then they did a good job in the remake of like showing that, you know, Barret doesn't really have an easy life because he has one hand. And the other one being a gun, I mean, there's a lot you can't do. Especially because in the remake, they show just how massive a person Barret is. He's huge. And, I mean, his hand's bigger than his head. It's crazy. When you think, like, when you see it like that, you're just like, maybe I don't want a gun on my arm. Oops. Yeah, this is tough. Darn it. I think it's like 3. 1, 2. Nope. Let's try it again. 1, 2, 3. Let's go on 3, not 1, 2, 3, go. Let's do a little savey save. Number 4. Alright, I need to do a little bit of healing. Because for those who have played this before, we know what's coming. I will say the remake, playing through the remake of this part was tough. They did a good job on this fight. It was a tough fight. You know what? Maybe not that way. How did they know? Oh. It's the president himself. So was he just like hiding somewhere? Like he was just hiding in a broom closet or something and just waited for us to go by? Perhaps too brilliant. He's gonna go have a little bit of dinner while we have a playmate. He's arranging us a play date, guys. What a thoughtful guy. See, he just wanted to give us a big hug. Oh, and there's the helicopter. No way. That's right. Barret's gonna bust him up. Alright, so this is a split battle. A side attack. Alright, so hit him with Bolt. That's why you bought a second one. That's why I bought a second one. Look at that. So right now, he can turn around. Eventually, we will disable turnaround. He does counterattack quite often, which is lame, because... Sorry, a little bug or something. Yeah. Ooh! 3 years. So he can't turn around anymore. But he can do that. So he can't turn around and do his little bam. But hopefully after this, we won't need it. And I was right. Got him. You know, if you don't know what's going to happen, it's never good when you don't see the final boss or the boss disappear. It's not the final boss. Because Robo Scorpion disappeared, he didn't. So what does that mean? He's still there. And blew up. I know, Tifa. You know what? We're big, strong, tough guy. Yeah. Yeah. That's right. All right. Well, that was a fun game, guys. So, what should I play next? Golly. There's a couple of theories about who the dark gray voice is. I don't want to give them away right now. But there is another voice. And it's the flower girl. That's right. Man, I really wish sometimes I could go back to when I first played this game and everything was still new. I can't do that. Like I couldn't play it for like years because my PlayStation 1 broke and I let a friend borrow disc 1 of the original, my PlayStation version, and they lost it. And so I could never restart the game. But even like a decade later, I was able to play it, and I still remembered the whole game. And I just don't think it'll ever be like that first time I played this game. Oh, it was so cool. Because I didn't even care about the graphics. I'd also like to point out how ridiculous it is that Cloud fell from probably hundreds of feet, busted through the roof of a church, landed on a flower bed, and lived. And was just able to jump up like, oh shoot, sorry. In a place filled with, dead land and not much greenery, I'd imagine, yeah, you do love a place that grows flowers. Let's be nice. No, I'm not gonna do it. I wanted to, but I just can't do it. I don't know. I got nothing to talk about, so. I don't think I've ever said that option. Oh. I got it. I want to leave it like that for the fact that that's what I knew. I didn't know for years what her real name was. So I am going to go with her actual name. Yeah, Aerith is a mistranslation. Who's this guy? He just says, don't mind me, but we'll find out who he is in a minute. Can't tell what that means. Like, no, or I don't know. That guy couldn't take us out. Probably. It's funny, in the remake, you actually do fight right there. They closed the door. You just did, dude. You're gonna catch holy hell. Okay, so we can equip her with some of the materia we got from, oops, because it automatically unequipped it from Barret and Tifa. So let's go ahead and equip her up. Why? Because we want, well, now she's useful instead of just attacking with an attack that's actually pretty weak. See, look, a respectable 48. Whereas her magic is actually really good, so we want her to be powerful. Besides, she's only level 6. Alright, let's get out of here. Or not. Why would you think they would? Come on, Aerith, get over here. You can do this. The Ancient. Well, thought we named her so she can get killed. Alright, so there's a couple of ways to get through this. She can fight them. She can run away from them, but that doesn't work forever. And there's the way we're going to do it, because it's way more fun. Yeah, what's that? You only have a limited amount of time. So you just got to drop the barrel on the guy. That is the way more fun version of what we're doing. Instead of taking them out by a battle, that'll just take a while. We're just going to drop things on people. See, she can't really run away, I don't think. Hold on a minute. She just walks out of the way. Who knows where Reno went? Oh, but Cloud's going to fight a little bit. So it's important to know. Oh, he's in the back row. It's important to know when you're back attacked, the best thing you can do is act like you're going to run away. Why? Because that forces them to face forward. And then they're not running away anymore. So, right now, that's your best bet, because if you get back attacked, they get extra damage on you. So it's always a good idea. Quick tap, run away, there you go. Pro tip, as they call it. There she is. And there's Mr. Number 3. And we got the third one. Cool. We're the winners. So basically, if you drop the wrong barrel, she'll just be like, what was that? And then you have to fight. So it's probably just best to just use the correct barrel. Cool. Hey, look, there's the hole that Cloud fell through. Oh, do they? She's very good at hiding things. So now we just gotta keep running away and jumping. So much for, having what it takes. How did you guess? Indeed. And you still can't keep. I don't know who that guy is, but we're avoiding him apparently. Now what indeed? We are down in the slums. The slums of Sector 5. So I guess let's take her home. Or let's fight something. Or some things. Ice is the big damage dealer to these guys. Curious what Bolt would do to them. Probably about the same as fire, honestly. Ice is their weakness. Yeah, see? About the same. Alright, so there's only one way to go. Because those guys are just like, nah, we're going to block this way off so you can't go. Alright, so let's go in here. I think this is the materia shop. But I don't think he has anything actually good other than what we already have. And then I think this is the item store. We got a tent. I think we're okay. I never actually use antidote. I mostly use the materia that that cures it for me. Okay, so there are two things in this room we need to take care of. One is this. We need to read this poster. That's it. That's all we have to do with that. The other thing... Talk to that kid, and then, boom, pick that one. It's very important that we saw that 5 gil in there. Because later in the game, much later, we get a really good item out of that. So let's go over here. Talk to this guy who's got guns everywhere. I mean, 3 on his little table here, bullets there, a bazooka, it looks like. Another one up there, a machine gun way up there, some sort of a katana right there. Yep. Just weapons. Oh, and a chainsaw up on top. Did you see that? Should I buy a Titan bangle? Because we can get... I'm not going to buy a Titan bangle. Not right now. Okay, so we've gotten everything over here that we need to take care of. So now we're going to come in here, see all these cool flowers, but also come get these cool items. Ether, always useful. And cover materia. Shoot. We're not going to put it on right now. Cover materia does what you think it does. It's going to basically give you right now a 20% chance of covering your allies when they're going to take damage. Mostly physical damage. Cool. She's home. Again. This just keeps happening to her, huh? You're welcome. What's the right option here? It affects affection, I think. I think this does. And that affects a particular scene later in the game and who shows up for it. So... Used to it. I think you know what he meant by that, Aerith. You are a girl. She's just like, deal with it, Mom. I'm leaving. Oops. My little light went out. It'll be fine. It does that sometimes. That's okay. So, I don't think you have to talk to her, but I don't know. She basically says, hey, why don't you just get out later? Good night. Get a little bit of sleep. I also would like to say that if you look at the room directly below Cloud, that bed looks made. You look at the room that we were going to go to, that bed does not look made. Guess who didn't do what she was supposed to? What a host. Ever since then, same color hair, concerned about, concerned about him, saying that the girls are probably all over him. It's probably his mom. His mother's name is Claudia. It's not too far away from Cloud, huh? All right. So first we got to get those things, because very important. All right, the only way that I've seen to get out of here with like no fuss is walk, don't run, and just hug this right here. Don't run even when you get to the stairs, because you can still get caught. Now you can run. Okay, so we did it. We have successfully abandoned Aerith. Now let's get over to Sector 7, and there she is. Bright and early. She's very weird to just help out a stranger like this. But she probably likes the adventure. Or other reasons. We don't know. Alright. A lot of times you can get through this whole little area without any fighting. In the remake, you definitely can't. I mean, I just did, but... Okay, let's use some magic on these guys. Next time we'll use a limit break and really kick their butts. Yeah. Boom. Got him. I want Aerith to get a couple of kills in too, so... Don't want Cloud to get them all, even though he needs a good number of kills to unlock his next level limit break. Still want, everybody else to get a good hit in or two. I feel like this is the option to get her to like you a little bit more, and this is the option to not get her to like you more. Because it's just like, I'll go home. I'll take you home. That's fine. Thanks for showing me the way. Really appreciate that. All right. Thanks. Bye. Oh, no. So let's keep the theme. Oh, wait. Shoot. I'm at the other one. Actually, I don't know. Nope. I'm sorry. I messed that up. I don't think either one matters. I think it's just a little bit of dialogue changes. I messed up. I thought it was like abandon her here, but nope, it was, hey, she should come along. Seems a bit intimate for, two people who just met. If you know anything about the story of this game, it makes so much more sense to go back through a second time and listen or read all the text and stuff and say, oh, that makes that little thing makes a little bit more sense. Look at that faceless nobody up there driving that buggy. And look at that faceless Tifa in the back of that buggy. It just kind of does whatever. Does whatever she wants. So, I guess we'll go in here. And here we are. Wall Market. You'll never find better. I think it's a better place for scum and villainy. I think I messed that one up. But you understand the point. This is the underworld. So I think today we'll go ahead and cut it there. So thanks for watching, guys. Next time, we'll find Tifa and get her rescued. Thanks for watching.